Okay. Hey, cool. All right, welcome everybody. It is Thursday morning on April 4th, week 14 of 2024. Lots happening this week. Lots happening next week too with the solar eclipse. Unfortunately, we're not in the pathway of the eclipse. It's more focused on the Midwest. But we probably can see something, hopefully. All right, cool. Let's see who we got here today. We got Wani from the East Bay. I keep forgetting where Gordon is. Where are you located again, Gordon?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Awesome.
Wow.
How's the weather over there?
Oh, it's beautiful today. About 70 degrees and sunny right now.
Wow, excellent. It's rainy here, so
Mm. Raining and
Wish I,
cold.
um, we got Kurt from the South Bay. We got Larry in the South Bay. Gavin's here in the Bay too. I forget.
Out
Uh,
in Utah, windy Utah.
Windy. Oh, okay, nice. And we got Linda in bed in the East Bay, and we got Flav also chilling in the Central Valley. Awesome. Cool. Uh, excellent day. Okay, cool. And let me repost the session notes for any folks that popped in after. All right. Okay, yeah, notes are back in the chat. Cool. Let's see if there's any announcements. We got the April meeting with Carl Jorgensen. I think, yeah, the write-up not ready yet, but let's see if we can find Carl's bio. I'm not familiar with his work. Um, or maybe Gavin or Kurt, if you guys know about our next speaker, you could feel free to chime in.
Yeah, so basically he's traded away for his living for a long time. He put his kids through college on trading. So so that's, his success story.
Nice. He's also an audio guy. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, looks like he's spoken a lot for TSAA in San Francisco, Market Technicians Association in Seattle. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, he's done a lot of interesting entertainment electronic stuff. Wow. Sounds like an Irish version of Warren. Cool. All right. Um, Oh, we forgot to start for our poll. All right, so let me load up our poll, and please feel free to cast your vote on where you think the market will be by next Thursday in a week for the S&P 500. All right. So we got most of folks, we got everyone's response. Let me share the results. All right. We got 57% thinking bullish, 29% sideways, and one holdout saying it's bearish. All right, excellent. Cool. And we'll look at that again towards the end of our program. Cool. Um, Great. So let's start off with looking at some idiots of the week. This is always fun. And going to the bathroom wall of the internet, or the trading component of that at least, is Wall Street Bets. And yeah, so we haven't talked about Beyond Meat in a little bit. Let's pull this up. If you guys recall, there's the grocery store pictures. Grocery store picture, vegan food. Was it like a hurricane or something? Uh, Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Even in a disaster. Oops. Yeah, that doesn't seem safe. Okay. This was like a 2017, yeah, Hurricane Harvey. Yeah, this photo is so famous. The only thing left in Houston grocery stores now is vegan meat. Very not popular. And I mean, the tofu you can make fun stuff with. So maybe there's a shortage of Asians in this particular corner of Houston. I mean, Houston's really multi-ethnic, a lot of Vietnamese there, everything. So that's always But yeah, here's Beyond Meat. This has been, I haven't traded this in a little bit. I do like to short this every now and then just because I think it's so dumb. And even as a vegetarian, I used to be a fan. Oh, bless you, Ani. I used to be a fan
Sorry
initially.
about that.
Looking more at the production process, it was a bit frightening. If you thought making real sausages was bad, wait till you find out what they do with this. But yeah, it looks like it's been okay. There's actually inflows. It was an outflow city for a long time. Oh, welcome, Joseph. And Ross. All right, we got our Indian correspondent here. Excellent. Let me drop the session notes for you guys in the chat. Feel free to grab that. But yeah. Okay, so Beyond Meat. So this looks like it turned out to be the three most shorted stocks of April. I'm not sure where he's getting those analytics, but we can maybe take a peek at swaggy stocks if this is actually bubbling up. I don't think it is. No, I don't see it. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what this kid's talking about, but clearly went long when he shouldn't have. But yeah. Okay. So that's the first idiot of the week. And what else are the fish doing? Here's our counterparty here. So this guy went long on Nvidia calls. And if you guys have been trading that like I have a little bit, it's been pretty flat, just mostly sideways, forming a nice plateau. Still strong inflows, so that's good on balance volume. So we can expect more action. And ATR is picking up, so we might be seeing a breakout at some point.
Looks like a volatility crush after the conference they have.
Yeah, the GTC conference was a week and a half ago. Yeah. Let's take a look at the betting public with the option analytics. A little bit of a mixed bag, 400,000 calls to about 200,000 puts. Okay. And on the Sizzle index, it's a fairly normal trading day on both sides. And this is referencing today's volume against the 5-day trading volume. So no extremes here. But yeah, poor kids here just going all in, and at least they have some decent durations here. Most of them like to do the next week of weeklies. And rightly so, commenters are saying maybe he should hold on to the December ones instead of crying wolf this early. Poor kids. They've never really ridden out a recession before. They're so discouraged. All right. Let's see. And this has been hilarious too with the rebranding of Donald Trump's DWAC, and now it's DJT. So yeah, I've been tracking this loosely. And it's unique to have I guess a conservative meme stock for once. We haven't really had one before, I think. I think Trump's been the only character that's played in that territory. And while Toss is figuring out if it's crashing or not, Trump's also selling leather-bound Bibles that are branded with the Trump stuff. And I think there's a USA emboss or something on it. So that's $60 on his website, I believe. And then he's also selling his gold-tipped high top sneakers. So he's been quite the merchandise man lately, which is definitely good marketing. But I think the stock is really dumb. And this firm doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't have a lot of pickup anyway. So I don't know why people are throwing money here. So yeah, I don't know. There are inflows, but it has been pretty volatile, and we saw a peak here of about 80, and we're at 46. So a lot of unhappy bag holders here. But what were they expecting? I don't know why there was so much hype over this. And Flaws confirms that DJT has the same valuation as American Airlines a few days ago. Well, that's hilarious. Let's look at American Airlines for a second. Oh, let's look at the market cap figures. What is that? And if you guys don't know, it's in the Analyze tab on front chunk here of the where's market cap? Market cap. Oh no, sorry. Wait, how can I see market cap? I guess we'll do math. 46 times 113,000 shares. 113,000,000 times 46.14 is, oh shoot, how do we count this? Thousands, millions, 5.2 billion. Okay, yeah. And then is American Airlines about the same? 14 times, oh gosh, 14 times 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Kind of close.
They're saying there's more shares of DJT that are not accounted when you see that number. So I guess there's more unissued shares. So they were doing the math on all of them somehow.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't have the cap table in front of me.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. It's just funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, but this is a this black hole of money. I don't know why people are being suckered into it. There's dumb folks on both wings of the uniparty. So,
Also, the price to sales ratio, so valuation to sales was like 2,800 as compared to normal companies, which is like 10, 20, So when Twitter, which is an equivalent company, was sold to Elon, they had about 5 billion in sales and it was sold for 44. So that's a 9 ratio, right? So that's a 9. This is a 2,800. So that's to give you a comparison.
wow. Wow. I forgot who said it. Was it Robin Williams or something? Cocaine is God's way of saying you have too much money. And maybe this is the conservative version of that.
I recall that the DJT has 5 million subscribers.
I'm not on it. And ironically, I'm wearing my Trump sweater, if you guys can see. Wait, where's my camera?
No, we can't see it. Can you show us?
Oh, yeah. I'm wearing my Trump sweater. It has a big Trump logo on the back. So
Nice.
this is from 2015. How old is it now? Almost 10 years old. It's in
Wow.
great condition because I rarely wear it.
Because you will be afraid to wear it, right?
I would die in the streets. Like I could just walk
I
to the bar
know.
and never come home.
I know. That's what Conrad said. Mom, you're not allowed to wear Trump shirt in this outside.
Yeah, no, please don't do that, guys. And yeah, just don't do it. Don't do that.
I know.
Okay, cool. So that's DJT, and this poor kid went $10,000 in, and yeah, again, easy litmus test. He's buying options instead of selling them, so he has to win and he has to beat the clock, and that's tough. So yeah.
So these kids basically just buy calls or something like that, right?
Yeah. At the
They just buy straight calls.
or this guy bought $40 puts for April 5th. And then yeah, he's only just training the goofy stuff. And this broker is Robinhood and he's trading on his phone. So, this is not a very educated trader. I mean, you're trading on your phone. You can't look at charts correctly, blah, blah, blah. And look at the remaining buying power. There's no dry powder. There's no position sizing, no portfolio rules here. So lots of violations of our tenets of investing, which were, let me scroll down here. So, oh yeah, I was working on this checklist of trading, and I forgot to write down an important rule, which is keep your losses small. This is probably the most important. It depends on where you are in your trader's journey. The different rules apply at different times. For a lot of
He
folks,
followed the YOLO rules.
Yeah, you have to have another rule for YOLOing.
okay, so
And
what's the
FOMO.
rules?
YOLO and FOMO.
How to be a Wall Street bets punk. Okay, let's see. YOLO. Must
And
go all
FOMO.
in. Must go all in. Envy. Oh, it's almost a FOMO.
FOMO.
Fear of missing out. Drink deeply of envy. What else?
Go back to Wendy's to get a paycheck.
keep keep those Wendy's job applications handy.
Well, now they pay $20 an hour. That's a lot of
That's right.
fun.
That's right. If you're
That's
and
not
most of them in
bad.
California, so they're safe, right? But they're also laying off at huge amounts, right? So like Pizza Hut had laid off was it
I feel messing up.
several thousand delivery drivers. So if you're a pizza connoisseur like your boy here,
Two Pizza Hut franchises.
this is gonna mess up your pizza delivery logistics. So if you can imagine this, the delivery driver is traditionally at the Pizza Hut waiting for the pie to come out of the oven. Then they come to your house. Now they're outsourcing to Uber and the other more demand gig economy style things, and that means the guy has to get routed to the shop. So you're adding a 5 to 10 minute delay in the pickup and adding complications to the process. So you can definitely expect not hot pizzas to be delivered. So maybe you should just go pick up the pizza or bake it at home. So yeah, and then hopefully you guys splurge on all of your food and beverage needs before April, because now things are gonna get really complicated and expensive. And this is just the beginning. So yeah, we'll talk about.
Hey, Warren, what you say before April? What do you mean?
Oh no, yeah.
It's
So
already April.
right. So I was the agenda for the last week of March for me was hitting up all my favorite local restaurants and just enjoying the prices before everything
Oh,
there. Yeah.
but the price
There's
is
a
crazy.
fully automated McDonald's in Texas, so let's see how long until they come up in California.
Oh,
I posted the link.
Okay.
oh, let's take a look.
Yeah. We I think we've talked about this in the past, but let's see the videos. This would be great footage. So this is 2022. Oh wow. Let's pop into YouTube and see if I can find something. Texas McDonald's automated. Okay. Texas automated McDonald's. Okay, cool. Oh.
The way we make.
Oh, take care, Gordon. We'll see you in a bit. You can catch the recording too, so don't worry.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Oh, wow, this is good.
Jingle bell.
No people, awesome.
Happiness what?
Happiness
bag?
fits in the bag.
Oh,
No sick pay.
You want to know more?
right.
Over
No
20.
vacation, no negotiating of any kind.
Wait, so who cleans the bathrooms then? I mean, I have so many questions.
What bathrooms?
Because there's nobody works there.
This is just crazy. And
I mean, for a drive-through, that makes sense, right? The robot
Yeah.
pushes
Yeah,
it out. Just keep it as a
absolutely.
drive-through.
let's see if we
Absolutely.
find a drive-through footage. That would be fun. Let's
They can probably downsize their facility too. They don't need a big space like that anymore, right?
oh
That's
Wow.
cool.
Oh my goodness. What is that?
here's the
That's
food.
what brings the food.
It's the
Yeah.
conveyor belt.
Why is it so high up?
It's like a conveyor belt that goes over. it.
Yeah.
Funny, because
So-
in Hawaii we have like these belts for the for the drive-through. So I guess it's like when Warren come by the next time, I'll take him out to one.
What about the process in the kitchen? Like how
Oh, the process in the kitchen, they still got employees. They
still have people. Oh,
they still have people, but they have the systems. They're one of the few early adopters of the system.
mhm.
I mean, they
Yeah.
can deploy that to California in no time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every location of McDonald's. So basically people will order on their app, pay on their app, and then just go pick it up,
Yep.
right? They've been doing this. Yeah.
Here's the,
Always amazes me seeing this McDonald's at Sydney's International Airport. They prep your meal upstairs and conveyor belt it down to serve you. Sometimes stuff though. Have you ordered from here before? Always amazing.
okay.
Oh my goodness.
So I mean, yeah, so to Wani's earlier question, the vertical orientation is because sometimes you can optimize vertical space better than horizontal space. So
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
it's not a perfect design. I just saw like the bag
Yeah.
caught. Like that's crazy. Can you imagine how many chicken nuggets have been stuffed and caught on this drive?
Yeah, yeah. I just imagine this. Yeah, once it's sitting heaving on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many OSHA rules does this actually violate? Like if you have long hair and you want to work here, like that's gonna be a nightmare. Like and there's OSHA disaster videos that I like to watch and feel better about my life when I'm like looking at metals prices. But yeah. Or at least that's what I like 2 weeks ago. But yeah. Yeah, so please be careful around like heavy machinery and long hair and even wearing like long sleeves and stuff. Like you really have to be safe. And a lot of people forget that.
Show me a OSHA disaster video.
Oh, of course, of course. Oops, Oshi, no. OSHA. Okay. Of
Oh,
course,
it's on Reddit.
Larry wants some blood today. All right, let's look at highlights of this year. Um, okay, so this guy, it looks like great grandpa has been storing dynamite in the back shed incorrectly. So what happens with nitroglycerin is it leaks out of its vessel, and a lot of old dynamite sticks do this, and it becomes very volatile. Like touching it can spark this, and the whole thing goes up. So I believe I read this when it came out. The bomb squad had to be called in to blow up the shed and take everything and just like they couldn't even touch it anymore because it's several like couple decades old. Yeah, here's a picture. The bomb squad came in. Yeah.
Dude, this just brought back memories of wasn't there a facility out in Henderson, Nevada? Before Henderson got built up and stuff like that, there was a large explosion. The entire facility flattened and leveled.
Wow.
They
Uh,
rebuilt
Look.
about 50 miles from my house.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
this
Gavin,
person died. Oh
this
my. He's well.
Problem was they build chemicals for rocket boosters, and they in Henderson they had all of their processes right next to each other, and
oh,
they mixed and blew up. Now they're way out in the desert, and there's miles between the processes, so that shouldn't happen again.
Wow, here it is.
it's a big explosion, dude. If you have seen the video to it, it's wow. It's the shockwave that came out of that thing was unbelievable.
Wow, let's find the video.
Yeah, funny how you mentioned nitroglycerin.
It's now been 33 years.
33 years. Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Watch this. This is just one there. Boom. Now understand the scale of that.
And the toxic fumes and
See the shockwave as it
yeah.
traverses? Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Vegas used to have nuclear tests that you could watch back then, a long time ago, right? Has anyone ever seen one of these? This used to be a tourist attraction. 50s. I think we're all you'd have to be like what, yeah, born in the 30s to enjoy this. So probably my grandparents' generation, kind of. But yeah, okay. Anything else fun here? But yeah, if you guys saw this, yeah, do not weld on top of a fuel barrel because the sparks will fly and
Whoa.
yeah, bye-bye. Oh my God, what is this? No eye protection. Saw blades cutting concrete. Like, what the hell is going on here? What is this? Get free metal shavings with your produce. Does that count as more fiber?
Oh my goodness.
And no PPE. And he's like, wait, I'm being recorded. Uh-oh. Wow. Is this a Walmart? uh, what is this? He's rigging a platform.
-1 degree.
Yeah, this has to be like Russia or something. Um,
He's building a scaffold.
Scaffold, yeah. That's nuts. That is nuts. Let's see. Casually spear cutting a tree. Uh, uh, oh, that's not as disastrous as I thought. Yeah. And what is it with Indians and trains? There's worse subreddits. Let me see. Watch people die is an interesting one. Is it? Here we go. Let me try to find it. Here we go. Watch people die. It might be banned. Okay. Well, they reworded the subreddit. I'll think about it, but let's just get off the show. But related ones. But yeah, lots of videos. Yeah.
Okay, all right, you've educated me.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I am grateful for OSHA as an older adult. You know, when I was a kid, like, what are these material safety data sheets that I have to read? And it's like, oh, okay, maybe I should pay attention. So yeah, be careful, guys. Industrial accidents also disproportionately affect like the working poor and males. So be careful, fellas. Don't go crazy. So yeah.
Dude, come on. Remember did you guys ever have metal shop, wood shop, and stuff like that growing up?
Of course, I loved it.
Okay. There was always somebody that lost a finger in our class. I mean, that was a given. Sorry, I'm not,
okay.
That's not.
Sorry, Wani.
Restoration, cheapest expiration. What else? Oh, trade rumors, trade on rumors and tips
from Wall Street Bets or from Reddit.
Yeah. What else? Discuss your trades with
traders.
Yeah. What else? Write nothing down.
Borrow money from your friend. Borrow money to trade.
Not have a job. That's probably a bad one. If you're trading your rent money, that's not good. Let's see what else. Anything else?
Hey, you know what, Warren? I think young people today, they are trained to trade on their phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're all on your phone.
Yeah, they only trade on their phone.
Using phone and never using a computer.
Yeah.
Also no education. just order fills.
They don't want to educate themselves.
Yeah. Oh, they don't paper trade, right? I think it's sad that people don't just get used to mechanics and the market. But yeah, paper trading is really valuable for testing strategies, R&D, all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, cool. So these are I think a good checklist of how to be a loser. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Let's do our index overview and look at all of the big markets. And of course, we'll start with the S&P 500. And again, we have our 3 tiers of trading here with the futures for smart money, SPX for the big option boys, and then SPY for the retail side. And just glancing at this, we're still seeing strong inflows. It's still very good. So just on ES futures here, what's that? Net 10 million contracts a day. So
Wow.
yeah, pretty positive. Let's go to the analytics and look at the betting public. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Loading a little slow today. Okay, cool. Wow, pretty bearish. What the heck's going on? We don't normally see the put call ratio at 3.1. Fair value is 1.4. So let's look at the deltas. We've seen this at the extremes of like 88%, 90%. So 85% is in that territory. So these might be short-term hedges or more speculative plays here. So we'll have to think about this. And then we'll take a glance also looking at the, where's our futures? Here we go. On our product depth readout here, just to look at how ES is being discounted into the future. Shout out to Fla for showing us this again. And we don't have a lot of statistical or large statistical sample size with the drop in contract volume as you go further out. But we do have a clue into where it's going at least, right? So supposedly S&P 500 will peak at September 2025. But yeah, market can melt up and the economy can actually crash still. So point in case, Venezuela and Argentina, while they're having hyperinflation and civilian deaths on the street, market was going up. So you can have a melt up experience and still lose at Safeway. Okay, let's pivot to SPX, big boy option contracts. And we call it big boy option contracts because 10 shares of SPY equal 1 share of the SPX. So if you've been trading SPY for a while, you can pony up to SPX and save on some commissions there. All right, SPX, we're seeing 1.173, a little bit more optimistic than normal. Typically, this likes to live in a 1.3 number. And as you can see here, the sizzle index figures are absolutely destroyed. They work on smaller instruments like individual stocks, but I don't know why they don't fix this big one. And how many players trade the SPX, right? That's a lot of us. And why isn't this working? Do they want us to, like, do they want this not to work so we don't see movement? I don't know. But and it's not like the dev team there is going to be working on it anytime soon with the mass migration project that's taking over a quarter. But yeah, by the end of May, we'll all be stuck on Swab officially. So we'll see how that.
5 weeks left. It's May 10th.
Oh, May 10th. Okay, yeah. And the more active you trade your Ameritrade account, the later your migration is. So
I think it's all going to be May 10th from what
yeah. Okay, that we're in that last chunk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plan accordingly. All right, so this is the SPY side. It's pacing SPX and optimism. This is also usually like fair value at 1.3. Sizzle numbers here looks like it's working. So, and then the extreme delta, the improbable deltas from 0 to 20 are not extreme here. So retail might be a little bit more optimistic. And yeah, people are looking for a nice solid green day. They haven't had one in a couple days, so I can see that here. Let's look at the NASDAQ, our tech-centric index. And take a look here. This is having also a nice green day. It's a little outpacing S&P a little bit at almost 1% up. And let's take a look at analytics and we'll go to the charts. Fair value and put call ratio is also about 1.3, 1.4. So this is fairly normal. Sizzle numbers say it's a little bit higher than normal. Deltas don't look extreme. And yeah, it's just a nice, happy day for tech stocks today. Okay. And looking at momentum, inflows are still good. It is slowing down a smidge, but I still say there's a lot more room to go. So yeah, the ocean tides are still coming in with boatloads of money. Okay, excellent. Let's go to the Russell 2000. And this is our schizophrenic index because it loves to overreact. And this might overlap with the kid that always gets hurt in Metal Shop.
Sorry, man.
No. I can still hear my Metal Shop, teacher saying, stop playing with the vice. And he says it in like a Filipino accent. So like it's just it's a moment in time for me too. So and I'm surprised they let us play with like, gas forges and stuff. We were like refining metal and like making hammers in Metal Shop class. I still have it somewhere. I think it's
Oh my
in
goodness, yeah.
yeah.
The sheet metal cutters, the presses, welders. I mean, it's like all type of stuff. And then my brother used to short the electronics class at our high school. They used to blow the primary fuse.
You guys were
Don't tell my brother that I shared that with you, but
oh,
yeah, all the automotive shops, all the stuff that we did. Come on, there's a whole ton.
those Chen boys. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we were not the smart ones, remember?
Very familiar with a first aid kit. uh Okay, let's see. So yes, the Russell 2000, yes, this is the index that loves to overreact. And looking at volume, this has been all over the place. I didn't realize it was this chaotic. And so here's the zero line. So it has been not neutral for a long time, and all these small cap investors are finally getting a little overconfident and coming in, but maybe their fears early in the 90-day process here was well founded, and this might be flipping over sometime soon. So yeah. And then if you look at ATR here, the average true range, you can see that when it spiked, it was kind of hinting of a potential breakout, and we did see that here. So we're seeing some technical analysis play correctly here, and as it's going low, yeah, it's just gonna form a nice plateau. So things are not heating up here, but slowing down. Okay, good to know. And let's look at the other retard of the index roster here, which is the diamonds. And this kid is not dangerous. He's just really dumb. And this is the kid that likes to eat glue in a corner of the classroom when teacher's not looking. Okay, here we go. Not very thinly traded, little choppy here compared to everyone else, but yeah, still inflows. And this is usually outrageously optimistic for some reason. And let's see if it holds true today. Come on, come on. Okay, and here it is. Yeah, no exception today. The fair value is 1.0, and 0.69 is incredibly optimistic. And deltas look fairly normal. Yeah. So yeah, everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing index-wise, it looks like. Okay, cool. And let's go to the VIX really quick and take a look at this. And to recap, the VIX traditionally is called the fear index, but it's not, that is a misnomer. And what it really is, it's the implied volatility of the SPX, but inversed. So with VIX goes up, that means the SPX is going down. And we saw this hit a recent high, if you can call it a high, of almost 15 based on all of the economic, geopolitical, and physical crises of the last couple of days. So yeah, that's the Iranian blowback and blah, 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 all discounted into this. So today we're back at 13.9 and we're asleep at the switch. And the VIX is telling us the world is all sunshine and rainbows yet again. Okay, excellent. All right. So that's our index overview. And with that, let's compare notes and look at sentiment from the American Association of Individual Investors. And does this pace our earlier voting pattern? I think yeah, it's fairly close. It's a slight decrease in the amount of bulls, but still holding steady. Then the middle neutral ground has expanded, and the bears are about constant. And then this is a typical buy and hold trading community anyway. Excellent. Let's go to the CNN index, and you'll note that the aggregate number here has decreased quite a bit. I saw this as low as 62 this week. And usually this is in the what 70s, 80s, and yeah, we're seeing a movement down. So things will get choppy soon. All right, so we're still trading above the 125-day moving average here, and looking at 52-week highs as an aggregate against 52-week lows. We're still skewed on the high side. So that's indicating greed. But stock price breadth, which is comparing the number of total shares moving up. Sorry, this looks at the number or volume of shares on the NASDAQ that are rising versus falling. So it's not the extremes of 52-week highs and lows, but actual up and down movement. So this is still skewed towards that bullish side. And put call ratio overall is 0.73. And until this goes north of 2, we're not in a nuclear situation yet, like COVID or something. Okay. All right, we'll leave the rest. That's what we want to see. Excellent. Let's look at the Stock Traders Almanac. Oh, I need to grab May. Let me try to find the May one. Is it on this computer? It is on this computer. Okay. Where is that file? Almanac. Oh, is it on my other computer? Oh, it's on the other laptop. Okay, sorry. I'll post this maybe, let me write that down. I'll post this onto Discord when I get a screenshot. Let me get a pen. Where's the pen? Oh, homework. May Almanac. Okay, posts. All right, sorry, my bad. I will post this to Discord and add it back into the notes after this. Okay. But yeah, let's look at April. Oh, to recap on March, we did the rough math already, right? So S&P 500 predicted a 1.1% move. We moved north of 3 for that. So that was March. So we were 3x the Almanac's expected move. And on April, the figure here is 1.9. And I think it's a little too early to tell on April 4th. But yeah, we'll keep looking out. All right, let's read the April Almanac. Oh, I was watching a recording the other day, and I was tempted to I felt like back in school where like the teacher calls on someone to read the passage, and that's always like a terrifying nightmare because who wants to be embarrassing themselves in the classroom? And I was like, yeah, I should call on random people to read this. Maybe I'll like, haze in newbies next time. But yeah, it looks like none of the Reddit guys joined our Trader Talk sessions yet, but it's probably a little bit over their heads. That's okay though.
Yeah, Larry and I used to go to a guy in a meeting once a month, and he actually did that. He'd ask people in the audience to read out passages.
What was the reaction with the group?
He usually called in the same people.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I was one of them.
No, oh my God. What a hug. Okay. That's funny. Awesome. Okay. Don't worry. I don't want to embarrass anybody. April is still the best Dow month, averaging 1.9% since 1950. Oh wait, was I misquoting earlier? Oh no, I was quoting S&P. Okay. Sorry. Blah blah blah, best Dow month. April 1999, first month ever to gain 1,000 points, 846 and 01, knocked off its high horse in 2002, down 458, 2003 up 488, up 16 straight years from 06 to 21. April 2020 Dow up 11%. Oh, that was an exception. That was COVID. So you can disregard that. Exhibits strength after tax deadline recent years. Stocks anticipate great first quarter earnings by rising sharply before earnings are reported. Shout out to Kurt here for his pre-trading strategies here. Are reported rather than after. Rarely a dangerous month recent exceptions are 02, 04, 05, and 22. It's the best 6 months of the year, end with April. Presidential election years since 1950, Dow is up 1.5, S&P 1.3, NASDAQ 0.9. End of April, NASDAQ strength fades. And Kurt posted an example of this. If you guys didn't see in earnings, there was a of how he milks the ride the anticipation up in riding into earnings right here. Yeah, here where is it? 14-day pre-earnings. Yeah. So if you want to check it out here. Okay, cool. And yeah, so we'll look at I'll post May later for you guys. Cool. So yeah, I made sure I'm on my older laptop to show you guys sector rotation, because for some reason I'm still signed in even though I'm not paying. So we're gonna milk this as long as it can, and I'm not gonna delete my cache or anything, and we're just gonna hold these cookies until the end of time. All right, and cool. So yeah, we're saving $30 here a month here, and being Asian, we're awfully frugal. Cool. So here's our 11 subsectors of the S&P 500, and let's sort this table. I posted updates when this was on, I think, Tuesday in Discord. But yeah, this is only updated once a week, and I'm still looking for better tools for sector rotation. So if you guys know, then please let me know, because I'd be happy to pay, but I need more updates than once a week. And I know Stock Charts offers a lot of things, but I just like this one thing that they do. Okay, cool. So effectively, let's see, XLE and energy stocks are coming out in a big way. So that's fantastic. We're seeing real estate, which used to be our sector leader, now in the loser quadrant here. So yeah, yeah, industrials are doing well. Let's take a slightly deeper dive and look at XLE. And here we see our sector leaders and our sector losers on this side. So and then again, here's Warren Buffett's favorite, Occidental Oil. But yeah, these are all great tickers, and maybe we're working too hard. And you know what? We could just trade, the winning sector, with their top ponies, and just ride these longs. And let's just look at that. So what's the top pony here? Marathon Oil, MPC. That should be like a tagline. Don't be an NPC, invest in MPC. Yeah, look at this beautiful slope. Now it's going like, y equals 3x right here. Look at these inflows, starting off at 0 and just driving up like true sector rotation, going from no popularity to nothing but inflows. And if we look at today's betting public, what are the numbers like as an aggregate? Kind of slowing down, but mixed bag. But yeah, we're going to see a new commodities boom, and we are seeing that in precious metals and oil and gas. And yeah, gold set a record yesterday, 2,300. It's at 2,292 at the moment. Silver's finally making moves and catching up, thank God. And gold silver ratio has been moving as a result to 84.4. So yeah, we'll talk about more gold news in just a bit, but yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's our best sector. And let's also take a look at the worst sector, and one of the worst. Let's look at real estate. And I got lots of great commercial real estate updates for you guys. So let's look at these. Let's just take a glance at these losers in this quadrant. At a first glance, we know what AMT is here. We've been talking about that since COVID recovery days. And AMT, let's sort the table. It's right here. So AMT, American Tower Corp, this company, their portfolio is basically made up of 5G cell phone towers. That's all they do. And yeah, has been having a rough time. No surprises there. Okay, cool. And in due time, all of the REITs and stuff will also suffer. And did I just discover the highlight function? Oh wow, I didn't know this must be new. Oh, there's a highlight function. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that will come in handy with our very cluttered list of individual tickers. If you guys want to drop your favorite individual ones, please, you can just shout out loud or type in the chat. Let me add the ones I know we also like, which is what is it? NVIDIA, Supermicro, SMCI, SoundHound. What else is fun? Oh, the miners. Coin, MSTC, Mara, Riot. Anything else that we need to add here? We'll talk about Disney in a little bit. We'll add some gold and silver stuff. Gold, silver, GDX, GDXJ, AEM, AG. Okay, cool. Oh, gold, Newmont. Okay. Newmont. Okay. All right. Did I misspell MicroStrategies? What's the correct spelling of MicroStrategies? MSTR?
MSTR, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, oh my God. And did I miss the boat on this? Yes, I did. Okay. I picked the wrong miner. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, this is cool. So my favorite silver miner is leading the pack today. Holy cow. This is First Majestic Silver Corp. This is a little tiny primary silver miner that I love to death. But yeah, look at the little guy go. Oh my God. I totally missed out on that. Oh my God. Okay, that's okay. MicroStrategies is number 2, and we got Gush, our 2x leveraged ETF of oil and gas. Coinbase is doing well. GDXJ, the junior gold miners. A lot of another great gold miner. GDX as a whole. Here's silver. Here's Barrick Gold, and then there's tech. So that's incredible. Yeah, gold is leading the wave. It's unbelievable. And who's losing? Definitely not MicroStrategies. And here's Mara, Riot, Neo, Tesla, AMD, X, the Widowmaker of natural gas, Palantir, INTC, Apple. Yeah, not fun. And again, this is slightly stale figures from April 1st. So we got to be careful, but yeah. Any other tickers you guys want me to drop in here? We will talk about Ulta in just a bit. So let's look at cosmetics really quick and compare it against
TI,
Well, sorry, what was that?
SMCI.
Yeah, I dropped that in here already. Where is that? SMCI right here, yeah. Oops. Here we go. So here's the curve in isolation. So it's still in the leading sector. It's just slowing down a little bit. And each chunk of the tail is 1 week. So seeing big tails means big weeks. So like SoundHound, big weeks. Or I guess let's see, 3 weeks ago it had its biggest moves. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 4 weeks ago it had its biggest jump. Okay. Oh, and the boss is updating us. We need to look up ODD as well. What is ODD? Cosmetic Volatility Crush. What is oddity? Another makeup thing? I'm definitely not the target audience for that. What is this? Let's look at their profile. Oddity. I can't imagine naming a company Oddity Tech. Digital first brands for beauty and wellness. What? 2013, headquartered in Tel Aviv. Okay. AI-driven online platform. Oh, can we find a website? Oddity Tech? What is this? It's the software layer for cosmetic marketplace? Like, what? I don't understand. What is this? I hate face tattoos. I don't know why people do that. What the hell is this? Someone spent a lot of time building this. Oh my God. Okay. This site architecture is a little too ambitious. This would not work on a phone whatsoever. Oh my God. Okay. This is way too over complex. Okay, this website is crazy. Okay. HTML5 graphics to the max. Wow. Okay. If you guys want to play with this, let me post this in the chat. But yeah, I have no idea what this is. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that alone. Did we add it in? We did. Okay. Let's update. Oh, the rain is getting heavier outside. Okay, where's these guys? Elf. Okay, oddity. Oh, not doing well. Down a lot. Okay. Where's Ulta? Ulta we'll talk about in just a bit. Ulta. Ulta. Oh, okay, yeah. Also very, very bad. Gap down, that's right. And then Elf is slowing down as well. Where's our Elf? Oh, our leader has fallen. Okay. Got it. So we should be shorting cosmetic stocks. Warren, write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Okay. Finally. Can cash in on cosmetics. All right, that's fun. Okay. We can always revisit if you guys have any other tickers to add. Last call for now. Anything else? Okay, cool. Sector rotation. All right, let's look at earnings. We got U.S. domestic financials leading the next earnings cycle coming in about a week and a half. So that's exciting. Oh, Kira Sushi. Oh, hell yeah. And again, this is the revolving sushi company. 2 locations in the Bay Area, one in Livermore, one in San Jose, in North San Jose. So that should be fun. Maybe I should go there for lunch. And then what else? What is this? Berna GBX? So yeah. Let's look at if Kira is tradable. Oh, sorry, Cruise. And there's another kind of famous Bay Area restaurant that went public. It's Korean. It's the Genkai Korean barbecue place. And they I'm just impressed that seeing restaurants go public is just incredible. As a restaurant boy, it's mind blowing. And if you guys have, I've been. And what is a vegetarian doing at Genkai? All you can eat Korean barbecue. Friends' birthdays naturally, but yes, do not go if you're a vegetarian. There's a very limited menu. But yeah, they have an investor section. That's incredible. Wow. Yeah. It's just cool to me. But yeah. What's their stock ticker? What is it? Let's find it. Genkai barbecue stock. Genkai. Okay, that makes sense. But wow, they've actually done. Oh no, they haven't done well. Oh, okay. Open price still underwater. Okay. Oh, but they're profitable and they're cheap. Interestingly. Oh, okay. Not the biggest market cap, but that's still not bad for a restaurant. How many restaurants are worth tens of millions and above? Okay.
How much is the all you can eat per
That's
person?
question. Let's find Genkai. Genkai. What's the closest one to
I think San Jose, maybe, or Fremont.
the location? So they have.
Wow.
That's a lot of stores. I think their
Wow.
is probably higher than 55 million. Maybe that's just a stock. What's that? 30 locations? 40?
Wow.
Oh, I'm still scrolling. So that's almost 50 locations. So they've
Wow.
the scalability side of meat, which is great. And as a former restaurateur, I gotta admire the model of this. So this isn't just a buffet, right? But the customers cook their own food. Like you save significantly on labor. All you pay for is just prep. And you're cutting, you're importing raw inputs of, entire, halves of cows and whatnot. And then you chop it up in the back into smaller pieces. You have to get the what's the cutting machine, the slicers, the industrial slicer machines. And then oh, cool. SMCI close. Great. And then the great thing about this is the more locations they expand, the better their purchasing power when they're buying meat at volume. So they could get USDA prime cuts that I, as a retail guy, can't really get unless I pay through the nose. So it's just incredible. And again, scalability and logistics is the real winner here. So, somewhere at 10K, there's a Warren Wong with spreadsheets and, and just, talking to truck drivers, warehousing, armies of prep cooks. It's incredible. So lots of knife sharpening in the background.
How's the quality? Is it good? The quality of the food?
The correct answer from Warren is I don't know.
Oh, because you don't eat meat, right?
From the lines at the door, it looks good. Smells
Oh.
good, looks good, it's fresh. And then Koreans take a lot of pride in meats and beef. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't be
I mean, they're reasonable for what they are.
How much is it per person?
Oh, the original question, how much? Let's
Yeah.
find this location.
It's about $25, yeah. $25 a head to start. But I'm
No, 25?
Yeah.
No, it can't be.
Okay, this is the Gen K, I think, in Pacific Commons. Yeah, but Bushell Road. Let's look up the price.
If it's 25, that's cheap.
When is this?
Probably more than, no. Oh, $30 for dinner. That's really good price.
Yeah, 28.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
22. That's 22. Let me find a
Oh, it's
and
probably
then
gone up, maybe 40.
especially after April, I'm sure it's moved.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the
30, okay.
but yeah, basically 30. This is reasonable for all you can eat.
Reasonable, yeah.
If I was eating meat and Alan was in town, like
We'll
we would
go.
be jammed. We would be jammed.
Do they have time limit? How long you can stay in there?
They did say something, and the last time I went to the one out here, I think they said an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
2 hour limit. 2 hour limit.
2 hour limit.
Oh,
Okay, we
okay.
can eat. We can eat a lot in 2 hours.
But yeah.
That's a good price for $30 for all you can eat. Gotta go.
CCTV cameras are in operation. Just don't go quick.
That's too funny.
I think we're gonna go. And
but yeah,
lunch is only 20. Oh, okay.
I
Very
mean,
reasonable.
and yeah, our menu does not use nut oils, peanuts, or sesame oil. This is a good thing. Yeah, and sesame oil is extremely inflammatory from the making process. It's the opposite of a cold press. It's a hot press to get.
Oh,
That's why I try to limit sesame oil consumption because it tastes
Oh.
amazing with umami.
oh,
and everything.
really? I didn't know
It's
that.
it's extremely anti-inflammatory. Yeah. Because it's the
Oh,
burnt over leftovers of the sesame. That's why it's brown.
oh.
Because sesame seeds are white. So it's already
Mhm.
oxidized and gone to hell.
So don't use sesame oil too much then, right?
I mean, for flavoring on top of like soups and noodles, it's very nice, but
Right.
don't fry something in it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure it'll be delicious, but use better oils and try to avoid like cheap seed oils like canola and stuff.
What about peanut oil?
Peanut oil is great for like French fries. That's its specialty. And
Highest heat, basically. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
want that. Okay.
yeah, it's a higher cooking temperature. And then depending on what you're cooking, like the smoke point is also important when you're trying to figure out the flavor profile. And
Are you
then
guys watching the market dump big time?
No, really?
And then look at oil jump up like huge just past few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
82.
So here's
82. That's great. I have my oil position in. Oh no, what happened to SPY?
wow, 86.55.
Wow.
Wow.
There's something big's going on. I don't know what.
Yeah, what happened? The
Oh, it's
market
probably a
just-
Fed speaker, Master,
Yeah.
Masters, and Kashkari. I think they're talking in different places. So
We'll
So
go see if we can find it on the
oh,
news.
one of them said it's possible no rate cuts this whole year.
oh,
Market's freaking out.
no, the doves die. Hawks and
Kashkari said that.
And what
Jeez.
is it, guys? It's 1:11 on the clock. What I gotta get a snapshot.
111. Yeah.
11-11.
There you
11
go.
11.
All right, we're making history today.
That's not good news.
Um,
Should I keep my spot? I should have closed. Not good.
I gotta check my positions.
Yeah,
I managed to exit all my put spreads with a profit. I
good
quickly
for you, Flav.
Oh,
I
Oslo.
was,
so I'm restarting now, but I exited all my shorts, all my longs. They was kept
oh,
dumping. Okay, it's going again.
I should have exited. Yeah. Hmm.
Cool, I'm good. Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
And I gotta take a glance at gold. Let's see the gold price.
Let's go
Oh, damn it, guys. Come on.
down
Oh,
or up.
damn it, gold. Why can't you guys be like crude oil? Oh,
It's
God.
up though.
It's up. But nothing like oil. Oil is a vertical explosion.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Okay. All right. Warren.
So what's that telling us though?
More
with oil?
XLE. More XLE.
No, I mean like economy wise. Inflation
right.
high.
The new safe haven are commodities because you can print money, but you cannot print oil. You cannot print things that need to be
Gold.
mined. And you cannot run a country without oil. End of story.
Okay.
How many countries went to war?
I think has to do with something like somebody hit a refinery or because the oil jumped quite a bit.
Yeah, can someone find maybe some news? Yeah, okay. But if you guys find anything relevant, let me know. Okay, cool. All right, let's continue. All right, let's take a look at our retail trading analysis. So looking at Robinhood and sorry, the Wall Street Bets sentiment. Instead of reading individual comments, we're going to look at the aggregate. So people talking about Tesla, Nvidia, Meta, AMD, DJT, Taiwan, Apple, Reddit, BlackBerry. What's PAA? Dell, AI is a buzzword, or maybe it's C3 AI, Palantir. What's LOT? What's ALK? Wheatstock, Supermicro, NASDAQ. What's Lunar? Levi's, Ulta, Disney. What's this? Corn and Guess Jeans. Okay. Nothing looks too bearish except Q's. I see parity at least between the red and the green. Yeah, okay. And for the week, Donald J. Trump has been, okay, the week. DJT's been number one, Nvidia, DWAC is now DJT, Reddit. You know what? We haven't looked at Reddit. As a heavy Reddit user myself, I'm not thrilled with this because China owns a significant minority stake in Reddit, which I'm not thrilled about. And that's why a lot of the moderation culture has shifted in their favor. And if you guys recall, um, guess Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's number two, was a famous Reddit super moderator. She moderated like the top like 200 subreddits, and once she got arrested, she stopped posting. And yeah, it's complicated. So yeah, so Reddit overlaps with Jeffrey Epstein, with Beijing, with a lot of things. Like the founder got killed, Aaron Swartz. He was a privacy champion. I think we talked about him before. And he would absolutely should be rolling in his grave on seeing the censorship, the blacklisting that's happened with his forum. And it's kind of tragic. But yeah, he kind of represents like the homebrew culture, like with VisiCalc, the precursor to Excel. He believed in open source software and whatnot, and really lived by what he advocated. And it's tragic that he was murdered for it. I believe it looked like an accident. Yeah, found dead in his apartment. He hanged himself. Yeah, kiss my fucking ass. He did not hang himself. And neither did
Wow.
Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain, as you know, like was found by his the other famous French cook. What's his name? Uh, I have his book. Oh, what's his name? Whatever. Oh, Eric Ripert. Rippet. Yeah.
Yeah, repair.
Yeah. Yeah. Supposedly Bourdain hung himself with his belt off his hotel like doorknob. Like that's impossible. And for one, because Bourdain trains jujitsu, and
Mm-hmm.
we do not hang ourselves by our belts with jujitsu. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then remember, Bourdain is a known heroin junkie, and he likes his cocaine. If he's gonna kill himself, it will be with the brown and white powders. The dude has an
Mhm.
8-pack. He's in the prime of his life. Like he's been fasting and just filming and traveling and just working out. That's all he does. And freaking 8-pack in his 60s, okay? Natural. Like, is this guy gonna hang himself with a belt? Like, I don't think so. Okay. So yeah. Uh
Why would anyone kill him for?
okay.
What's the stories behind all this?
Okay. All right, it's this girl. He likes hot and crazy women. He loves this look, the white skin and the
Darkish.
dark hair. He specializes in this. Like all of his ex-girlfriends look like this.
Who's
And
she?
Asia Argento, #1 chief witness against Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
And she was doing her own grooming of a child co-star. And Bourdain was paying off the hush money in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And to silence Asia Argento from testifying against Harvey Weinstein, they killed Bourdain. That's it. It's that
Oh.
simple. And then Asia Argento is known with all these trafficking rings. Roman Polanski, who raped little girls and is still dodging police, he's hiding out in Europe. Um, if he landed in America, he goes straight to jail and gets killed in jail by everybody else because pedals die in jail, if you didn't know that. But yeah, people still defend this person. Meryl Streep, like all of Hollywood. It's an open secret. Like they when they're not busy giving awards to each other, they're busy like raping each other basically behind closed doors and doing casting couch baloney. Like it's just horrific. Like Bourdain, he went from a broke line cook, behind on his rent, behind on his taxes and everything, writing his book at 5 a.m., then becoming an international superstar overnight. Like he didn't know how to handle that success. So, and if you guys ever worked in restaurants, like restaurants is just degenerate central. It's easy money, it's horrific hours, it's fast cash. Like there's a lot of drug use, a lot of promiscuity. It's a cesspool. But it works and yeah. But yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows with restaurants. And that's before we talk about illegal immigration and whatnot. And the joke in America is you can't be a good cook if you don't speak Spanish. And you can't in the kitchen if you don't speak Spanish. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's
Mhm.
blah blah. Get into our news cycle. All right, now that we've pissed off everybody and offended everybody else, let's look at actual current events. And I'm kind of curious. I just want to take a glance at the S&P 500 really quick. Oh wow, down 0.2. Let me just make sure my positions are okay. I should be okay. Okay, we are decaying on schedule here. Okay, just making sure. Okay, my potato chip earnings trades is a little troublesome, but I think we'll be okay. Um, this was the only earnings trade yesterday. It moved almost right. It moved like I think I budgeted for like 2 sigma. It went to 2.1, and now it's back at 1.7, 1.6. So it's okay, but that was a little bit nerve-wracking at 6:30. That's okay. All right, cool. Did anyone else trade LW? These guys make French fries and frozen French fries. Apparently, business is very bad. Okay. Oh, and we'll talk about we'll look at more retail stocks to get ahead of the California wage increase. So restaurant stocks we got to talk about towards the end. Okay. Cool. Let's jump into our current events. Lots of stuff happening. I almost can't process all of it. So let's do one at a time, right? So there was the Moscow Symphony massacre, and I've been looking at that, and it looks like those are not true ISIS believers again. They were sort of ISIS adjacent, and they only committed the attack for money. And the reason for that is also confirmed by the fact that they were alive to be captured, because true ISIS fighters don't get captured, if you know what I mean. They go kaboom and go off to wherever the 72 virgins are. So yeah, to be captured alive is something else. And then so so that happened in Moscow, and then we have the Baltimore thing. And then if you guys want to look at the Baltimore thing, there's 21 Indian sailors, which no one can find a picture of. The Ukrainian captain, Chinese ship that's masquerading with Singapore registration, and no one knows who the two harbor pilots were either, and there's no photos, and the black box has no footage 2 minutes, the 2 minutes around the impact time. It's like they think we're that stupid. But yeah, okay. Okay, now to Iran. So here's Israeli blowback in Iran. So they had the missile strike wiping out senior generals, and then here's more blowback. So yeah, okay. And then what was it? There was the oh yeah, sorry. The original first mass missile strike was at the Iranian embassy. So if Israel's launching missiles at embassies, like that's opening up a different can of worms. And I think that's fairly dangerous. But that also violates all international courtesies and etiquette, where we say we don't attack the neutral ground of embassies. But yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's happening. And here's our Black Swan list. Let's see if we forgot anything. I just want to recap. Banking crisis, world reserve currency crisis, political assassination, cyber polygon style events, EMPs and solar flares. There's been a lot of talk in conspiracy circles around April 8th. So let's see. In the flight zone, National Guard has been deployed. Niagara Falls is under some sort of supervision, since there's like 5x the population going there to look at this. A lot of interesting things here. The CERN accelerator is firing on the same day, which is very questionable. And all the conspiracy talk of like CERN opening up demonic gateways and whatnot keeps popping up. And it's when all these like weird occasions are happening, the accelerator fires up. This is like the second or third time we've talked about it. I'm fuzzy on the first or second one, but it just feels familiar. So I'm trying to get more intel on that. But yeah, April 8th will be what day again? Where's the
Monday.
Monday? Okay. So yeah, be careful, guys, on Monday. I think the expected move doesn't factor in any chaos on, but there's weird things happening, and so Warren will sit, very politely next to his boomsticks, and we'll just trade quietly at his desk and see what happens. But yeah, let's see if we can see expected move stuff. So the 8th, no, expected move of 55. Okay, so business as usual. So yeah, okay. Red Giant collapse. I think this is not urgent. We got another billion years to go, but we do have gamma burst radiation maybe as a risk. Magnetic pole shift is due at some point. We have nuclear threats for sure. No Armageddon asteroids. Aliens. It's hilarious that everyone just yawns at the idea of aliens. But yeah. Disease X might be dropped before election. We'll see. Derivatives time bomb. Well, actually, let me go back to viruses. Avian flu has bubbled up in Texas recently, if you guys saw a headline. At egg farms. And egg prices have been Let's see if we can get a chart on egg prices 2024. Let's find a chart. We need a chart. Please no
Oh
caption.
my God, what happened?
Egg prices. February. No, we need not February. Oh, well, this is cool. Wow, Hawaii. What the hell?
Right.
973.
But
Yeah, well, Hawaii's always been high, no matter what. Even the farm eggs aren't cheap either.
There's chickens in the street. Why should it be
Yeah.
expensive?
Dude, no, I hear you. I'm a big fan if the locals could basically convert those little roaming chickens to huli huli chicken overnight. More than happy. But I can't believe that they're trying to introduce contraceptives to stop them from breeding.
What?
Just
But
bring
for the
Yeah.
chickens?
The state is making that suggestion. These chickens really eat well. They basically hang around the farmers market, around a lot of restaurants. They actually
Wow.
fantastic.
Do they lay eggs?
Yeah, they lay eggs and they have baby chicks everywhere.
Wow. And can people go pick up those eggs?
That's well, you got to find the nest, right? But take a look at
Mhm.
it. There's a lot of every so many months, boom, another spread of little chicks.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
Hawaii's also known for fighting chickens. The Filipino
Mhm.
community is very good with
Right.
fighting chickens. So
Right. The Thai, the Filipino, yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So we're kind of going through our challenges. A lot of illegal gambling and things like that. You're seeing all the shooting. There's like all these shooting suspects that basically were at cockfighting events, etc. Yeah, Maui cockfight raid. Yeah, even outer islands by far. Yeah.
Mm.
And these are
Wow.
kids. These are kids, man. That's the thing that tripped me out. These are kids shooting people. So these are kids just out of control, got easy access to illegal firearms. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I suspect it's all drug related. I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Wow.
Illegal gambling is a front for actual money laundering. That's why the big players are the bookies.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've watched a lot of Guy Ritchie movies to be able to talk about that. Because the common themes of all his movies is marijuana, bookies, I mean lots of mob stuff. Like, why does Guy Ritchie know so much about this? Is like, go ask him. And he's a judo black belt. So it's just like, wait, what? And you dated Madonna? What the hell is going on? But yeah, Guy Ritchie is a busy guy. And then Flav is confirming there's 3 simultaneous Fed speakers. Correct. And Alan, didn't we talk about this yesterday?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
There we go. Yeah. Cool. All right. So California, what are our egg prices? 605. So if you think about that, that's a dozen price. So that's 50 cents an egg. Wow. And and then don't forget brunch prices or what? Average of 3 or 4 eggs. So their cost basis is $2 and they sell it to you for $20 a plate as a brunch item. Like, so yeah, if all my cooks on the call, like, do you pay for eggs at a restaurant for breakfast? Like, everyone I think will say no. Like, we don't do that. We save our money for trading.
Yeah. But at Trader Joe's, you can get like a jumbo eggs, organic, for like $4.99.
Yeah.
That's where I go. Yeah.
Trader Joe's is the best. All right, cool. What
Yeah,
else?
it's
What
the
other
best.
disasters do we have coming besides egg apocalypse? We got derivatives time bomb. That's maybe further out. Election volatility, 100%. Civil unrest, I think this is slow down. The T word. Oh, I was looking at the AI summary. It is amazingly accurate. It is terrifyingly accurate of how high quality the summary is. I don't know how I can share it with you guys. It's on the Zoom admin panel, but yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What's the summary about?
of all of our talking points, the transcription, the analysis. It's kind of crazy. I'll show
It's
you guys.
gonna go into your social credit score in China, man.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Zoom
And does it put the notification points to the FBI about our discussion of topics we shouldn't be discussing?
It does. There's timestamps, there's topics.
Wow.
So that's why we're gonna call this the T word and nothing else, because
T word.
we wouldn't want to attract too much attention. So yeah.
Mm.
All right. So yeah, T word. I think we're scaling towards more of this, but yeah, it's not good. So yeah, as for all of our peoples, stay away from crowds. You know, from Moscow to all this other stuff. Like, just be careful. Yeah, just try to stay away from crowds until after November. Food inflation, food production issues, we just talked about that. More supply chain issues. So think about this. We got the Red Sea, that's 12% of global shipping volume. That's Baltimore, that's a lot of coal for the East Coast and autos. So yeah, a lot of supply chain issues. We've got melting ice caps. But if this is true and sea levels will rise, then why are billionaires rushing to buy prime real estate at sea level? It's a good question, right? And I talk about this a little bit later, but oh yeah, sorry. Bezos, Bezos, he just bought his third mansion on the billionaire island in Florida. I think maybe Gordon can talk about this when he comes back. If you're back, Gordon, let us know. But yeah, this is like an offshoot of what you might call it. I think Miami. Okay, Bunker Island. All right, let's try to find this place. So it's a exclusive island that has only one entrance. It's a guarded bridge with its own private police force. And then they fit in a 18-hole golf course, a country club, and a bunch of expensive houses. So let's try to find where this is. I'm curious. We'll probably find some satellite imagery. So
But aren't other billionaires buying up Utah?
that too, Utah.
Yeah, that's above sea level, I believe.
Yeah.
The interesting thing too is like Zuckerberg's property on Kauai is actually a bunker. So that's also an interesting eye opener too.
And they called this Bunker Island. I mean, is that a clue?
Mm.
Okay, so let's try to find this place. Where is this? Wait, is this the right place? Bunker Island? Huh. Bunker Island. Okay. The official is sorry, Indian Creek.
Indian Creek. And then, there we go.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, this makes more sense. All right. So they have their own private police right here. So putting on my guys, watch the crazy dump. Oh, okay, let's go back to the screen. Slav wants us to look at the dump. Oh, holy shit. Okay, I need to, okay. This dump is getting fast. Okay. All right, we need to, okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me look at my portfolio, make sure I'm okay. Oh, I'm richer. Okay, no complaints. Okay. Please continue. But this is a little fast. Should I get in on the action? I don't care. And then being a veteran bear, like, it's already falling. You don't need to chase it. It's too late. If anything, gear up for the reversal. But let's look at, you know what? Let's redo our index overview really quick, just on the S&P side. Let's look at the put call ratio, because we're going to see the market react, right, to the last 20 minutes or half an hour. We'll pause Jeff Bezos' Florida search, but yeah, let's look at the ES. This is a true dump, huh? And it was so green today. Everyone was cheery, rainbows in the sky, and then 3 FOMC interviews, and yeah.
They were just waiting to nail the retail traders.
I know. And then remember we talked about this earlier today. The put call ratio on the futures was very extreme, and everyone else was very optimistic. Didn't we just talk about this? It's recorded, right? And see, oh my God, I called it, right? So people were doing short-term hedging. So yeah, right here. So and now it's the okay, so it's actually improved. So it went from 3.1 to 2.7. And this number was what, 85 or something? 85, 86. Now it's 82%. So what's happening is the smart money in the ES side is now gearing up for the rebound, just like I just mentioned. They're going long now. Just and to Larry's point, yeah, blow out the retail guys, look at the volume market profile, and just have everyone have their stop orders get triggered, watch them sell off, and then you come in and you buy up the bottom and watch the rebound. It's happening right now, right? Yeah, it's literally happening right now. I'm calling all of this in real time. When you have a finger on the pulse, you have a finger on the pulse. Yeah, it's right now. It's literally right now. Okay, let's go to the charts. And can you imagine the Robinhood kids on Wall Street Bets? They're like, how many suicide attempts will be there today? And we got our person's pivots calling out bottoms right here with the little nice arrow to go long. Boom. Wow, it's beautiful. This is beautiful.
Wall Street Bet kids don't do S&P.
But all the tickers they're tracking, basically follow along. So yeah. This is cool. So yeah, we found a bottom. We're gonna bounce. But then we'll probably, close somewhere 52.60-ish. And yeah. Beautiful. So smart money knew something about today, and somebody fucking talked. Okay. All right. That's cool. Okay. Back to sports. So yeah, here's Jeff Bezos's third home here, and he's gonna demolish the other two homes while he lives in the new one. But yeah, and he's engaged to his plastic fantastic Barbie doll. And but yeah, I haven't been here before, but has anyone been to this part of Miami or seen it? There's a Home Depot nearby. Ritz-Carlton, Miami. Wow. This must be incredibly beautiful for sure. But yeah, it's at sea level. Okay. Yeah, I've only been to Orlando, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was just jumping ahead a little bit, but yeah, that's happening. Where are we? Okay, we're on our black swans. Okay. Melting ice caps. So yeah, volcanoes, oil and energy supply issues. Yep. Shipping lanes. Yep. We'll add Baltimore, and this primarily is for autos.
Okay.
Do we have earthquake? Like, look, we wrote about this. Earthquake risk under TSMC, under California. This just happened, guys. Like, it's crazy. The earthquake in Taiwan. This just happened. And I was
Japan. Add Japan to that. Japan also had a quake yesterday.
Yeah, Japan, China as well. The earthquakes also got as far as Wuhan. And this makes the case about HARP earthquake attacks. In case you don't know what this is let me show you guys. There's a class of weapons called tectonic weapons, and I do not have the physics skill to explain this cleanly, but basically, what is the methodology? Maybe Alan, you can explain this better.
Well, there's actually a study at the Lawrence Livermore Lab. I remember I met a windsurfer at one of these I guess it's like ski events or one of these sales shop things, and he researched on earthquake lights. So people don't realize that when Earth shifts, it releases a lot of energy, and they were researching the photons that were generated from that. So I'm pretty certain there's something that's been developed, or at least some idea of it. And this was when I was when I first moved up here in the 90s. I met this guy.
Hmm. So yeah, we talked about it, Ring of Fire, and
Yeah.
if you can figure out the right trigger, the tectonic plates, there's so much stored potential energy, and it refills. Or I mean, because the Earth's core is moving, everything's in flux, and if you can figure out how to just unleash that, then you get a widespread, area of attack. So we just saw that. So now the only thing that's left is, under California. When is this one going to happen? So a lot of us are affected. So you know what? Do you have backup power supplies? Do you have water? Can you cook at home for 30 days and not go outside without natural gas?
Will also include Cascadia because that's a subduction zone, which has got the bigger quake than the one down here.
Wait, can you repeat that, Kurt? Subduction zone?
Yeah, in Cascadia, right, the Juan de Fuca plate, which is up in Seattle, Oregon area.
Oh, wow.
That can have a potential 9
Mhm.
earthquake.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
I
correct.
heard a lot about that. Yep.
The
Mhm.
1964 Alaska earthquake was an example of that, I think. If I remember
Also,
correctly.
the tsunami in Japan in 2011 is also the same similar type of fault.
Mhm.
And the one here, the San Andreas, is just a slip slide fault. Things will get sideways, but it won't snap.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
And we're like right here.
Yeah,
And
so
then
Seattle's got that on one side and they got Mount Rainier on the other side.
Mhm.
oh, so this is gonna disappear. So Portland and Seattle is a self-correcting problem. Yay!
Correct. Yeah. But there was a documentary, basically, somebody in it that was just kind of crazy, but they said anything to the west of Highway 5 was going to be gone.
Right, right.
Hey, that's a James Bond movie.
Jeff Bezos. Does he know something? Does he know something? Does he know something? Does he know this is about to happen? This is why he moved out of Seattle?
Maybe.
Yeah, he knows something. Let's leave it at that. How about that? Yeah. Okay. All right. That was great. Let me add that to the chat. I think this is good to, or not to chat, but to our notes. Yeah. Thank you, Kurt. This is super cool. All right. Climate change, of course. China liquidity crisis. This is flaming up. I got lots of report about that. To Larry's earlier points, we have bubonic plague in New Mexico consistently. And we have a bond collapse happening this week, among other things. Sovereign wealth funds also having problems. Yeah. Oh my God. Let's go to theaters of war. How many crazy things do we have here? We have the Red Sea, yes. We got Yemen, yes. Syria, yes. Iraq, very yes. Iran, very yes. Um, Somalia, yep. Egypt, yep. Ukraine for sure. Israel for sure. South China Sea, just happened, I guess. Korean Peninsula, kind of quiet at the moment. West Africa, yeah, it's kind of quieted down. Eurozone, pro-civil unrest kind of quieted down. This, I don't know what's happening. Haiti is imploding. We'll talk about it just a bit. Lebanon's having problems, and there was a Niger thing like 2 weeks ago, right? So yeah. And then what is VIX? Oh, what is VIX today? Oh my God.
15? Over 15 maybe right now.
It's up 10% right now.
Phew. Wow.
Warren, why did you not go along the VIX? Oh,
Me too. I was looking at it yesterday.
okay.
Oh boy.
VIX is now almost 16.
Wow.
And
It
that's
can
just,
still go up to 40. We still have plenty of time.
yeah. And then nuclear is like 80-ish. So That's 1987 crash, October crash, and COVID. Yeah. Okay. And Fukushima
This is-
also to 80. So yeah.
Because
Okay.
this is still considered pretty low,
Yes.
right? 16, super low.
Yeah. I would call it undervalued, but yeah. Well, all my bond, all my FOMC news is now out of date. But before this morning, here was Powell's comment the other day. What was it? On inflation, it is too soon to say whether the recent readings represent more than just a bump. We do not expect it will be appropriate to lower our policy rate until we have greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably down towards 2%. At the same time, he said that cuts to the benchmark federal funds rates are likely to be appropriate at some point of the year, and he does not believe in inflation is reversing higher. So obviously we have to look at today's comments, and it's a little bit different. So yeah. Cool. All right. We'll skip my old out-of-date econ news and we'll go to crypto. Let's take a look at this. I want to look at inflows. But also, let's look at prices really quick first. Okay.
What's Bitcoin at?
69.
69. 69.
Yeah. Ethereum's at 30, almost 34. Okay, cool. Yeah. And let's compare this to a month ago. Fairly similar values. Okay, in a year. Okay, 1 year ago, Bitcoin's gone up 134% and Ethereum 70%. All right, sweet.
I'm kind of surprised that the price movement hasn't quite getting started yet with the halving coming in like a few weeks.
And
you know,
what's the halving date again?
I think April 20 something in the next couple weeks. Sometime in the middle of April.
Bitcoin halving date. Oh, here's the
15 days. Wow. Okay.
What's the date itself? Let's look at all of the halving dates. April 20th. Was this an accident?
Oh, 20th? Wow. Okay, I was right.
Okay.
What accident?
420 is for kids. It means it's the police call sign for a marijuana crime.
Oh.
And 187 is for murder. And I only know that because hip hop lyrics, like it's full of this. And then how is the next halving cycle? Like, how are these cycles calculated?
I think every 4 years.
Then wouldn't it be already announced and planned for? It's a deflationary model by design. So wouldn't all the halving cycles be known?
I think average is 4 years, every 4 years. So yeah, I think
right.
It's
So
by mining speed, it's not by time. So it's mining blocks, and once you reach so many blocks, that's when it
okay.
happens.
So you
exactly.
Okay.
Usually around 4 years.
Okay.
You could, if enough people stopped mining, it would become easier.
Okay.
It's not, and I don't know why they call it a halving. I guess they're trying to say for X amount of effort you get half the reward. But what is happening is they're making it harder to find the coins.
Yeah. The reward got cut in half, basically. Not quite half, but the reward from their mining will be reduced. Depending
Reward
on
for constant mining, sure, but that's not what they did. They made it harder to find the coins.
right. That's part of the mining process. Because once you start mining, you just constantly keeps going, right? So the process of that and the reward you're getting in return will be cut in half or something like that.
I don't know why they're saying it that way.
Not sure.
Okay.
So what surprised me is that in 14 days, I kind of already expect that, there can be a lot of hype about this halving, and price would go up substantially, but it's not quite doing that right now.
And
So
and that's why the mining companies are not doing well, unlike MicroStrategy.
exactly.
Okay, so we have a bifurcation of the crypto stocks here. Okay, I think that's great to know. I'm just updating my notes, and then I need a short Mara and Riots. Okay.
Oh, don't short it right now.
I mean, leading up to the halving, right?
I don't know. I mean,
Well, let's just look at the charts. If there's
it looks bad.
if it's
It looks
out,
bad.
then it's yeah, I mean everyone's jumping ship, so it's not just me. It's gapping down and it can
Yeah,
so yeah.
it's not looking good.
This is bad for their business, obviously. And their hash power gets more and more worthless with every single day. Okay. All good. And inflows, let's look at this. Grayscale is still bleeding. And top dog is what? Fidelity?
I think the BlackRock one still, right? No, I
Uh,
share.
BlackRock is number 2. Number 3 is Bitwise. And
Really, a bit wise.
yeah, for this, I guess this week-ish.
Yeah.
It's probably because I mean, I think BlackRock got the bulk of it and it's the biggest one, but it's slowed down just because everyone has gotten in their money already. Yeah. And then this is probably less subdued in the other ones this moment because everyone's focusing on tax compliance for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Okay. All right. On to domestic news. All right, go back to our Hertz tracker. Oh, I love this shit. Ah. I am always still amazed that people are still buying Teslas, but yeah. Okay. So it looks like things have changed slightly. Prices are a little bit higher. We're not seeing $18,000 Teslas. We're seeing 20.4K. Looks like we're seeing non-mid or non-West Coast units. All those cheap ones have been sold. So we got about 600 Teslas on the market. Let's look at the mileage. Let's see, 90,000, 85,000, 86,000, 85, 91, 89, 87, 75,000 here. So this would be a relatively good buy for a low mileage potential. But yeah, not a lot in the West Coast, just here and there. Okay. Yeah. Some of them have a pre-owned sticker. Okay. So yeah, let me snap a screenshot for our notes and yeah. So yeah. Looks like yeah, this is not great, but yeah, it would suck to be a Model 3 owner knowing you overpaid for a Tesla. Okay. And then I got great Tesla news to report on as well. That's happening in India. And we'll look at delivery figures for Tesla as well for Q1, which has come out. And what did Rob say in the chat? I think I'm wrong. I'm looking for more information, but I can't get past the news sites, the technical sites. Yeah, there's lots of paywalls. Oh yeah, but welcome Rob and welcome Michael. And why isn't this pasting? What's going on? Uh-oh. Something broke. Is it Google Docs? Uh-oh. You guys are still there, right? What's happening? You guys can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. I'm not sure why my browser is not working, but let me check my task. Oh, yeah, I think my Finder is crashing on my Mac. Okay, let's go back to TOS for a second while the browser's figuring out what's going on. Okay. Okay, let's go to ES. Let's look at the market and how it's shaping up. And being a cold, wet day, I'm craving like noodles or like a giant burrito or something. Okay.
Chiffon.
Chiffon, yeah.
There you go, man.
Oh my God. So it's gone worse. Oh wow.
I'm playing long options only, both calls and puts today. Not selling anything. I'm not getting in front of this train.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely can't complain. Being so bearish, I'm happy, but I think I'm the minority. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, it's working? Oh, yeah. Okay, something is finished pasting. What? Why did that take forever to? What happened? Okay, first. Hold on. What? Okay, April 4th. Okay. Picture. Oh no. Oh, damn it. Why can't I paste this screenshot? Okay, let's not do that. Because it keeps breaking our Google Docs for some reason. I'll make a note on my homework to fix the image. Fix Tesla screenshot. Okay. Let me see. I see the index here. All right. So mass layoffs begin in California. Okay. So let's go. Let's look at that. Let's while Google's figuring out what it's doing. Let's look at our favorite watch list, which is type 2 diabetes. And let's look at restaurant stocks because we can anticipate California being very bad for business with higher costs, especially on labor. And this will feed the deflationary cycle because consumer spending will go down. And then the working poor and the working classes that are in food and hospitality, they are also strong consumers for the food they actually produce and stuff adjacent to that. So this doesn't help anybody. So let's start with McDonald's and see if the market's reacted to this wage hike in California. And if you're wondering what's the long game for this, and shouldn't Gavin Newsom, Mr. Hair Gel himself, shouldn't he know that rising prices increases unemployment? The correct answer is yes. This is all on purpose and by design. So what is the end goal here? It's probably 50% unemployment. So then you're begging for universal basic income. Then you're asking for enslavement. So I think that's the goal. All right, so here's McDonald's. It's pacing the S&P perfectly. And let's see, April. Is there much depression? Yeah, it was already bad starting April. So the market is pricing in that California being everyone's biggest market, it's going to affect things. So yeah, I think there is a strong case to be made for shorting food retail here. So McDonald's, let's go to the betting public and see if we can see other pioneers also stacking their money here as well. Yes and no. A lot of folks buying the dip on the cheap lottery tickets here, but also a fair chunk short. But people are overall long, which is interesting. Okay. And let's go back to our chart. So it's McDonald's. Let's look at Starbucks. Lots of stores there, and they are definitely also dancing with that. Same problem with labor. And I think I showed you guys the in and out price raise, and it's a very, very reasonable. for what it is. And let's see. So Starbucks. Go to the charts. Okay, so Starbucks is also pacing the S&P 500 very closely, and the market has shown that it's not been thrilled about April either, and very bearish. So I think Starbucks is finally about to cross the threshold and through the zero line already. And yes, there will be blood to follow because pumpkin spice lattes for white girls will go up in price. All right. So that's Starbucks. And let's look at any other stuff. Oh, Chipotle, CMG. The free salmonella milkshakes here. CMG. Do you guys like Chipotle? I always found like their seasoning to be just not quite what I like.
Same here. It's kind of just blah.
Yeah, like I don't crave it. Like some of my friends are fanatics, but the taste profile just then the texture is just it's not quite what I like.
Yeah, it's not real Mexican food.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like the Panda Express of burritos. And
Okay, but wait. So I used to have friends that would say, "Let's go to lunch. What do you want?" And I'd say, "I want Taco Bell." They say, I don't want Mexican." I said, "I never said Mexican. I said Taco Bell."
Yeah.
So saying Chipotle is not Mexican is like saying my soda can is not a block of wood. Yeah, I know it's different. So, and so
But
saying,
Rob,
so
but
saying
Rob, but
panda is
Taco
not
Bell
real
is
Chinese is like saying my calculator is not my cell phone. They're different things. It's okay to have different things.
That's just confirmation bias.
but Taco Bell, well, you associate Taco Bell with Mexican food
No, I
because
don't.
because they
No,
sell tacos, right? And tacos Mexican.
no. Taco Bell is Taco Bell.
Right, but they serve Mexican food.
You know,
They sell
when my wife and I say, "Hey, let's go to McDonald's," neither one of us say, "I really don't feel like backyard barbecuing hamburgers." They're
No,
different
it's not close
things.
to be. It's not close to being a backyard barbecue for McDonald's. So
That's what I'm saying. They're different things. So don't say I don't want Mexican when someone says they want Taco Bell. Taco Bell is not like Mexican. It's a different thing.
that's true. That's true.
I understand that, but I still had a bad experience at Chipotle in its early years because I went to their outpost on Stevens Creek Boulevard once and ordered some food, and I wanted to have some chips and salsa with it. And they were the only, supposedly Mexican restaurant I've ever been to that actually ran out of chips. So
That's hilarious.
that
Well,
that prejudiced me against them.
I've been to KFC when they didn't have chicken, and I've been to A&W when they didn't have root beer. So
Really, really, Rob? Rob, you went to KFC and you don't have chicken?
you were out that day. It happens.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to say something about Chipotle though. I don't know why it's so popular among like young people, like college kids, high school kids, right? I think partly because it's cheap and they got big portion.
Used
But
to have
it used to be. I would not eat there even if I get it for free. First of all, the quality is not good. They don't even make it like they make things so they don't even make like Mexican rice. They just give you plain white rice.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't
It's so
taste
much
like-
easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to make Mexican rice because Mexican rice takes time to make.
Once again, when my dog doesn't meow, I don't have an issue with my dog. I have an issue with my expectations. They shouldn't have Mexican rice. They're Chipotle.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why. I mean, I don't understand why people would go there to eat.
Because
That
it's
food.
good food at a good price.
It's not good food. No,
Yes,
I
it
would eat.
is.
I don't like it.
Well, that's a different problem.
I know. Yeah, I don't like Chipotle. I don't like Mexican food in general.
That's two things you don't like.
Right. Yep.
Okay. I think this is back. Okay, I'm not gonna fix that. Okay.
I'm going to go to Gendo, the barbecue place.
Yeah, Gen K. Okay, so
Yeah,
here's the
Gen
In-N-Out prices. This is a very reasonable price increase. And then
395. 350.
so yeah, only 15 cents more on cheeseburgers. Yeah, it's a quarter for the double double. And yeah, French fries, no change. Shakes only 5 cents more. Yeah, it's very fair. It's very fair. And nothing else changed on the drink side. So yeah, In-N-Out is still kicking ass. And yeah, I mean they've paid above market rates for a long time. So this doesn't really does this affect them? I guess
Yes. This affects everything in that price range, including people who work at non-fast food places.
right. That's they have to compete, I guess. Yeah.
You
Okay.
have to compete with that level of labor. And so, you just
They,
have
they, they have to pay more. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Got it.
But In-N-Out always pay their workers a lot more than the market rate anyway.
Right, but
Paying like
right.
25, 22. Yeah.
Yeah. And then to Michael's point earlier about chips being out at Chipotle, have you guys ever seen those kind of logistical errors at In-N-Out?
No.
We've never seen that. Yeah. And
No.
that's why their GMs make six figures because they really work hard for maintaining uptime and throughput. So yeah, kudos to the leadership team at In-N-Out. Like they know what they're doing.
But the hamburger's not good.
At In-N-Out?
I told, yeah, I said
Oh yeah,
that
we
before.
talked about this. All right. You gotta go with an expert who understands the secret menu.
They're wonderful without the secret menu.
That too.
What's a secret menu? What's a secret? What's a secret menu in them?
It's a bunch of
It
modifications
just
and substitutions that are actually pretty creative for what it is. Yeah.
it's just a plain thin little hamburger with no flavor. Just everything about it, it's not good.
Wani, as a cook, you're too
I'm a
talented.
cook.
That's why you're-
Not all of us have had our taste buds burned out.
I'm a cook. I'm a good cook. Yeah, but most people like it. That's all right.
No worries. All right. Let's look at Ulta here. Ross was talking about earlier about the cosmetic crush. So that's such a good phrase. And money does rotate in and rotate out. So let's take a look at Ulta. And traditionally, under duress, spending for women, while it reduces, it gets more concentrated in the sort of beauty augmentation categories because it's just really powerful, having makeup and whatnot. So let's look at momentum. On balance volume, it has moved quite a bit, and we're seeing a changing of hands. Sector rotation definitely started in, looks like mid-March, and they've had the whole 7 stages of grief phase here, and now it's underwater, and people are selling off. And today is going to scare a lot of people, but Ulta's up 3.64%. Okay. Even though they're issuing depressing guidance figures, you know, with the slowdown, it's up today, which is interesting, and they're not affected by the current malady of 0.84% down. So that's interesting. But yeah, it is slowing down at least overall. And let's look at ELF, which is our cheap high flyer for a long time. So I guess this is off a lot of IBD watch lists now. Now it's broken all its rules. And would this qualify as a 20% loss according to Can Slim? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're way past it. And on balance volume, very strong into the negative as of late. So yeah, ELF is a qualifier among, as well as, what was the other weird company that we found? Odd? Odd is odd. Isn't there like a joke there somewhere? Something like the goods are odd. I don't know, think it was like a joke about men. Something like, um, all that's left are odds and the goods are odd. I don't know. It's like a slight phrase. I'll come to me later, maybe. Okay, whatever. But yeah, that's cosmetics. And let's go to the next item. Oh, I haven't seen these, but Amazon is having problems with five-finger discounts. So Amazon Fresh grocery store here, they're ditching its just walk out technology. So they want physical checkouts, and ditto for Walmart, which is getting rid of their self-checkout kiosks due to rampant crime because people steal. And it's not like Walmart is famous for the sexiest demographic of customers either, but yeah, let's see. Yeah. So Walmart's having problems with that. And what there's a
Now, when I go to Walmart, I never ever use the self-checkout machines. I always use a real human cashier
Mhm.
because
What's
A,
that?
I shouldn't have to do the work, and B, I don't want to get accused of shoplifting if I make a mistake.
That's right. That's right.
But they can't accuse you because you have that $900 that you can just walk out the store, not being penalized for any of that, right?
But then you just can't go back, right? Yeah.
Walmart has prosecuted many people for like $3. It becomes a
Really?
huge headache. Yeah, look up the articles.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. This isn't really trading per se, but I thought it was interesting. Uh, there's a lot of problems with schooling, and if you guys didn't understand how funds are distributed, um, I learned this in high school. Like when you know, I mean, being like a typical high school senior, we, you know, there's like senior ditch day, and all of us like just, you know, do whatever and don't go to school after college apps are done and whatever. And apparently, like all my friends and I, like we got visited, or our families got talked to by the truancy officer at our police or at our high school, and we found out the hard way that basically the state pays the school on how many students show up for school each day. There's a set amount of funding they
Yep.
get. If you don't show
Mhm.
up, they get really involved in your life quickly. So that's why like your children technically are wards of the state. You don't even own your own children, technically. And you will find out about this when you try to homeschool your kid or don't let your kid go to their public or private school and watch what happens.
And in California, it requires a one-page form to be mailed in October.
Oh, okay. So some compliance. But I heard that California overall is a great state to homeschool in. Is that still true from your perspective?
It's one of the most free states that
Right.
Yeah,
exist.
yeah, that's what I've heard. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Rob, why is that? Is that because more parents choose to homeschool in California?
I don't
So
know
that's
why
why
it's
they
the
make
most, I don't know
they
why
make
it's
it
the most
easier.
free.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
of the hippies.
it's counterintuitive,
The,
but
the hippies all loved homeschooling. They're all eating their granola and teaching their kids stuff that they like.
Well, there's a lot of states that force you to perform standardized testing. Some states will attempt to make you turn in curriculum to be checked over by the authorities.
Hmm.
The only requirements of California are third grade gets, well, first of all, don't forget kindergarten doesn't exist. Truancy doesn't begin until you're 6 years old in first grade. Second, so if you believe in kindergarten, well, go ahead and believe, but you don't have to. The second part is if there is no such thing as homeschooling, it is private school or public school. So when I did the private school for my children, it was the same as Bellarmine down the street. And the requirements for private school are as follows. Third grade gets the missions. You must teach the missions in third grade. And you must keep attendance and fill out that form.
Mhm.
Got it. Thanks, Rob.
And
Uh,
and Warren, you guys also know that, like, for example, schools, they get money also from, like, when they prescribe kids with ADD or some other diseases, you know,
There's
that's
commission?
why they want to, yeah, they get money. School gets paid, like, that's why they want to push kids to be diagnosed, you know, if they have ADD or whatever it is, and they put them on the drugs because school gets paid for it. That's why they're pushing parents so hard to get those kids on drugs.
Wow, I didn't know about this. I
Oh,
know there was,
really?
I don't know. I knew it was overprescribed. I didn't know there was money involved. Now it makes
Yes.
sense. Like, of course there's money involved. How could there not be money involved?
There's always money involved, right? So
Yeah, but I didn't
that's
know
why
that school gets paid. But then again, those schools,
pharmaceutical, yeah,
yeah. And then
terrible.
one of my relatively close friends, his wife is a school counselor, and we've gotten to like she's basically really communistic because of her job. But I find it ironic because she's Vietnamese. So like I look at her like you have betrayed everything your family has like stood for. So but I mean that's from my perspective. But yeah, and she raised her son like extremely blue-pilled, which is sad, but yeah. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. I thought this was kind of funny. We like to talk about the weird stuff here, like, drugs, alcohol, and weed, right? And strip clubs. So, this bubbled up in Wall Street Bets. I was like, how can I not talk about this? But yes, the rise of non-alcoholic beer, the old duels of drinking. And to me, to see this increasing so much is a sign of desperation that people still like the general taste of beer but don't want the alcohol. Like to me, that seems like a wasted exercise. But if you're a recovering alcoholic, this is a decent substitute because even I still buy like imitation meats and stuff because I like the texture and whatnot. But I know it's not meat, and why do I need it when I can just go make like a vegetable dish? But like, I mean, I mean, I sometimes like it, but yeah. But I do not buy Beyond Meat. Like I buy the Asian stuff from Taiwan. So yeah. Um, but yeah, and then overall, I don't think, our trading group has an alcohol problem. I've never even heard of it in the SVOG membership. Um, if anything, the only alcoholic I know of is Jim Norton. Like he loves like his strong liquors, like whiskeys and stuff. And being so obese, I hope he's not drinking anymore. But I don't know. I haven't talked to him since 2022, 2021. I don't know. We had a big falling out, and when you shoot your messenger might get pissed. So that's what happened.
I also heard the reason is also because younger people, younger generation, they are getting a little bit smarter. They want something more healthy. They are more health conscious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I could see that.
which is a great thing.
And the
You
drug of
have to
choices have
short
changed.
alcohol company.
Yeah, and the drug of choices have changed. Like, maybe beer consumption has gone down for Gen Z, but here's what didn't go down. Tobacco use via vaping products, marijuana use very
Marijuana, yeah.
and sorry, MDMA and its variants very high. Ketamine very high. Cocaine very high. So it's just different drugs. And as an aggregate, I feel like drug use has increased a lot. Self-medication has increased tremendously. And yeah, it's kind of dangerous, but yeah. We talked about eggs. I don't recall if this has a price chart. If not, we can skip it. Oh, there is. Cool. Let's look at the prices. Yeah, so it wasn't like egg apocalypse in last year, February, but it is scary to see so many problems. Okay. All right. We talked about Jeff Bezos or Jeff Bozo. Let's pivot to Disney. And thank God some stockholders are fighting back against the ESG and DEI woke CRT garbage. So yeah, the injunction has been gaining steam with this proxy fight. So let's just go to the charts and take a look at Disney first. And we're running a little bit out of time, so let me speed this up. It's 12:20 already. Okay. Not a great day for Disney, but no, still strong inflows. Okay, not quite a shorting candidate, or maybe it is. But yeah, we'll have to see. Okay. Okay. But yeah, overall, we'll kind of skip this, but yeah, DEI is phasing out. All right, let's get to our real estate. Lots of fun stuff here. But yeah, let's see. New York, we're seeing a record growth of office vacancies in Manhattan with a delta of 17%. That's a lot. Pittsburgh, same thing, 20% vacant, and 27% if you factor in subleases. Oh, wow. I didn't know they had this layer of analytics. Interesting. Okay. Portland has our self-correcting problem. But let's see. Highest vacancy office rate in the nation. Really? Maybe your open air drug policies might be affecting office workplaces in the downtown area. What else? Los Angeles. Demand is so low for commercial real estate that in one case, developers abandoned plans for a 61-story office building. Instead, they demolished it and installed a handful of EV charging stations. There you go. So yeah, we'll see this real estate contagion spread. And let's see what this latest CBS report is. The delinquency rate on commercial real estate loans, excluding farmland, booked in domestic offices, all commercial banks. Oh, beautiful. Let's see. And wow, delinquencies. What is this upper bound figure? 1.2%. Wow. That is a new all-time high on this chart at least. Okay, got it. Okay. Thank you, Urban Doom Loop. We're seeing a similar headline. This is just the beginning, but let's speed up a little bit. Okay, let's go to tech news. Lots of fun stuff. So yes, Elon Musk wants to do business with Modi, and he's looking at building a factory in India. So if you thought congestion was bad in India before, it's going to get fiery to the tune of lithium fires that require hundreds of thousand gallons of water to be put out. And then Tesla also had a delivery miss of vehicles. I think I did the math here. It was let's see, what is that? 24,000 plus 49. What is that? 79, 80? 80,000 units short. So what is 80,000 out of 386? That is a miss of 21% on their delivery estimates. So that is significant. And I know they're whining about the German factory affecting it and other things and the Red Sea, but come on. Where's your logistical guys? But yeah, Elon's running really lean just-in-time production. So that needs a perfect supply chain because you're outsourcing so many there's no warehousing, there's limited warehousing and carrying costs with inventory. So you need perfect supply chains. So yeah, we'll see how this rocks the Indian subcontinent. And sounds explosive. All right, we talk about delivery misses. Let's take a look briefly at Tesla stock too. And I've been softly shorting Apple and Tesla fairly consistently the last couple of weeks because they're the two laggards in the Mag 7 designation. So that's that. And yeah, they're still in sell-off territory here. So yeah, Elon's in trouble. All right. We briefly talked about this the last week, and we've got some more intel. Facebook has been colluding openly with Netflix, as well as stealing and sniffing data packets with Snapchat and other platforms. So Zuckerberg has a lot to answer for, which maybe points to the fact that, he's training MMA out of a subconscious need to protect himself because he realizes he's done a lot of dark and devious shit. And, his military trained security guards may turn on him one day. So we'll see what happens. Cool. Let's talk a little bit about labor. We're having a lot of problems here. Let's just we don't have time to go into all the layoffs, but let's just go to the central place and look at layoff data as a whole, and we'll crunch some numbers here. All right. So for 2024, we got 57,000. Let's just count the big numbers. We got 57,000 layoffs. 2023 got 263. 22 got 165. So plus 165 plus 223. We have 445,000 white collar tech jobs that have disappeared off the face of the planet. And yeah, let's see the latest damage. Don't know these guys. These are New Relic, I know. Amazon, yeah. Dell, 6,000 heads gone in Austin. Wow, Austin has not come up in a while. Most of it's Bay Area in New York, but yeah, and Austin's been the sort of tech oasis for a lot of Silicon Valley expatriates. And yeah. Okay. Anything else interesting here? IBM, blah, blah, blah. Totango. This is one of my DJ clients. Oh, they're firing their, yeah, okay. Yeah. Fisker, the electric car company, 15% went bye-bye. Okay. Bumble, 350 people. Oh, wow. This is interesting. I gotta look at that. Bumble is a dating stock that's having a very, very bad time. And they have a broken model where they force the woman to message the other party first. They don't let guys make the first move. And women don't like dealing with rejection romantically. And it's been a disaster. And here's their stock price. It's just been a perfect, y equals negative 1/3 x slope here. It's beautiful. Sell-offs, just like if you want an easy short candidate, just throw money here. Why do I not have a position? That's a great question. Okay, I need to refill that order. And with layoffs, that's a good sign of bullishness, right? So yeah. All right, cool. Blah blah blah. Oh, Apple, which is the Mac 7 loser, is developing a electric car, and sorry, not electric car. They're copying the Elon's. They're copying all of Elon's moves, and they dumped the electric car, and they fired Tesla engineers for their car idea, and still couldn't make it work. And now they're gonna do a robot, and this is really funny. So according to the report, Apple engineers have definitely not stolen Elon Musk's Optimus concept and come up entirely on their own with a truly original and unique idea of pursuing a mobile robot. So Apple's, out of ideas here. And what a shit show Apple has become without Steve Jobs. It's really sad. But yeah. So that's Apple for you. Innovation at its finest, right? Think different. Oh God, Apple, you've become everything you've hated. All right. And still, they can't figure out how to do a touchscreen MacBook. But yeah. Okay, that's Apple for you. Let's pivot to international news. We're running out of time. I gotta speed up. All right. Spain having a existential moments by recognizing Palestinian statehood, and we'll see if they're going to get some blowback from Israel, from NATO, from the US on this one. But yeah, Spain's had a choppy history, right? They're sort of in a BRICS camp somewhat, not really, but they've been in the pigs camp, if you guys remember from the global financial crisis. It was Portugal, Italy, Ireland, Greece, and Spain. So yeah. We don't have a lot of time for this, but you can look at this article. It's a nice demographic comparison of Haiti versus the Dominican Republic. So you kind of have to go back into like your blah 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 18th and 19th century history. But basically, Haiti is more Afro dominated in terms of being a slave plantation, and The DR is a little bit more Anglo with more European influences. And then there's like a great revolt in 1808, I believe, on this side, where they purged a lot of light-skinned mulattoes and the whiteys. And the DR hasn't had that problem. And fast forward 200 years, their futures are very different. So even geographically, we can go to satellite imagery and you can just look at the stark difference between Haiti and the Dominican Republic just from the topography. And this is kind of like looking at night pictures of the South Korean and North Korean side. It just looks totally different. And the reason for this is how they farm the land. So let's look at satellite images. I'm a geography nerd, so this is why I kind of care about this. But yeah, um, let's see. What happened here was in Haiti, they did a lot of slash and burn agriculture to clear land. And that might work for the first 1 or 2 growing seasons, but the land gets depleted because all the topsoil blows away by year 3. And after that, it becomes useless. You have to do it again with a new patch of grass. So you'll see a lot of like burn brush, like just dry land that's gone. These were all forests before. They're all gone. So you go to the DR side, it looks totally different. It looks lush. You don't see burnt out fields. And this is all tropical area, so you can see how green it is. And besides the cities, like there's a lot of lush, areas, and you don't see that on the Haiti side. What's the joke from the Chappelle show? It's bombed out and depleted, and you can see that from the satellite photo. So it's sad, but you can bet your dollars that the crimes, the criminal gangs that now run Haiti in their coup d'état will leach over to the DR side. So yeah, be careful. Yeah, don't maybe avoid travel to here in Colombia for now. All right, cool. Let's fast forward. There's a cool chart on this about Japan that I want to show you guys. So Japan is having its second bubble, as it were, and right here we go. Okay, and then so this is the 1980s, 90s peak right here, and effectively, the market has gone nowhere since 1990. And we've seen the same problem with the Shanghai exchange as well, right? It's been stagnant, and you can imagine, the carrying costs for their Japanese yen and how much they've been destroyed by inflation, even if you've held your stocks and your yen since 1990. Like these are the lost decades. And unfortunately, Japan is sort of like the best soft landing outcome for the USA. And it's not attainable because America has just too many problems. And a lot of it is cultural. We have too many different ethnicities to keep happy in America. And Japan is a homogeneous culture. And that's a big strength and also a big weakness to a certain extent. But, well, maybe not a weakness, but it's kept Japan Japanese. And they enjoy, cultural cohesion, which we can't say in California. But yeah, so that's Japan. There's some great points here too, but I'd encourage read the article. Cool. We're talking about Taiwan and potential HARP stuff. TSMC is expediting non-Taiwan operations, obviously. Let's go to the next article. It's pivoting to oil and commodities. We've seen headlines before about Biden wanting to replenish the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, but obviously we knew he wasn't going to fulfill on that promise because you know what? It's the election year already. You know what? This is the next guy's problem. He's going to kick the can down the road, and he's not, in charge anyway. So his handlers have decided this. So, yeah, the U.S. savings account of extra gasoline is still relatively depleted. So not great for us, but yeah. Looking at gold, let's take a look at metal premiums right now, and with the recent spike. Okay. Gold premiums have gone down, ironically. Incredible. It's been like 3.8, 3.9 to 3.32. Silver has also gone down in premiums. Fantastic. And we're seeing the spot price at 27. Holy cow. And then 2,300 gold. Like, this is incredible. I am blown away. Okay, cool. We don't have a lot of time for this. We'll skip. But yeah, silver came into the party, is finally moving. And yeah, I'm glad for that. And now the next slowest train or car on this train would be silver miners, which is why First Majestic finally has been moving after 2 months of gold activity. So yeah, and we looked at First Majestic from our sector rotation component, if you recall that. All right, we're running out a little bit out of time, so let me go fast here. The Chinese stock market has gone up magically for some reason, and that's because they've been spending a lot of money to backstop this. The plant protection team in Beijing and Shanghai is very busy. And let's look at the RMB. We saw this at 7.21, and now it's 7.23, and this has no place to go but up. All right. And some fun updates here from the gold market in China, no less. And we talked about this, I think, about a month ago, that a lot of people were diving into gold prices. And we looked at the price per gram in RMB. And I think it's about 480 RMB per gram. And for jewelry, it's about 600 RMB per gram. And now what happened was Chinese people have been using offsite storage with the gold jewelers themselves for storage of their gold. And communistic Chinese people doing what they do, what happened? They disappeared with the goods. And yeah, the gold companies and storage companies stole the gold and disappeared. So yeah, Chinese people being Chinese in China. Oh, with Chinese characteristics, what more do you expect? So yeah, you can't trust anyone in China. Okay. Next item. We talked about this not recently, but yes, China's flagship aircraft carrier, which is a Ukrainian reject. They can't do anything with it. And they cannot figure out their electromagnetic aircraft launcher. And satellite imagery has confirmed this, that it's never been in operation. And China's never been released any working footage publicly ever as well. So yeah, and I linked a video here too if you want to check it out. It's really cool and funny.
Oh, that's interesting that the Chinese are also, that's a Ukrainian carrier.
It's a Ukrainian reject. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting that they're also using electromagnetic launch, because that's what our latest carrier is based off of, right?
Right. And they stole a lot of our schematics, but that's a very complicated system of systems, and everything needs to be perfect. And stealing blueprints and some hardware is one thing. Having the skilled labor to design, build, and troubleshoot is something else entirely. So that's why China's a paper tiger. And you know what? If they can't figure out an aircraft carrier, they're not going to figure out 2 nanometer semiconductors either. And they can wheel and deal and get every piece of hardware from ASML and sneak it in from Holland, but you need that extremely skilled labor to do it. And
the thing that I find ironic about this photo of the aircraft carrier is that it looks like they're using it to transport shipping containers now.
Yeah. They have this dumb thing on the top. Yeah, it's for the magnetic launcher. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like shipping container. That's hilarious. And then you can watch the video. There's a bunch of like satellite images of their land-based tests, and like things are like getting damaged, pilots are dying. The worst job would probably, like, you do not want to be the Chuck Yeager of the Chinese People's Liberation Air Force. Like, that is not a test pilot job you want. You'll die. Okay. But yes, China's plant production team. There's some good charts here. We don't have time for this, but yeah, China's in trouble. And let's look at FXI really quick before we call it and let everyone finish their earnings trades for the day. Yeah, Chinese stocks, yeah, they're going to be in trouble. And I think it's turned now, and we'll see this go below the zero line fairly soon. Okay, cool. Some weird dumb things happening on air bases. We'll keep our eyes peeled. Xiaomi has released a new car there, and there's lots of pre-orders, but it's the EV war is a race to the bottom because it's government subsidies competing with other government subsidies, and ultimately consumers lose because these vehicles don't even work. They're highly deflective. Sorry, defective, lots of lemons, the batteries blow up, blah, 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 blah. It's just a nightmare. All right, so let's call it here and let's finish off with our final poll. Oh, what did Ross say? Apple, they improve user experience and interaction on existing products and masquerade as the inventor with clever psychological marketing. DR did not revolt against their colonial masters, hence avoided getting burnt up like Haiti. Yes, sir. Yep. And yeah, let's run our poll. I would love to get your feedback, guys, on the S&P 500. So let's run this again. Oops, sorry. Let me redo this. Relaunch poll. Okay. If you will revote by next Thursday, where do you think the market's going to go? Can you cast your votes? And for our one bear that voted today that it was going to go down, like kudos to you guys. That was very good. So, and looks like okay, we got our votes coming in now. Just a couple folks left. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Let me share the results. So it has flipped quite a bit today. So 20% expect next week to be bullish, 30% sideways, 50% bearish. So looks like I've done my job here and scared all of you. I've scared you guys straight, hopefully. And now we can all go trade. What's the earnings trade today? Sushi. Okay. Is actually 56 million market cap. This might be really tough. Let's see. Any other earnings candidates today? Have you looked, Flav, by any chance?
Wasn't the stuff that Flav recommended? Elf.
No, that was Ross. Yeah, I pulled them up. I don't see any. Burna is that fake gun.
Ooh, how is Burna doing up in the mainland?
I've seen their ads and stuff. In gun forums, nobody talks about it. So I think they're reaching out to a different market, and it's not the guys, so it's a little different.
Yeah, there's two gun shops here selling them. And the bigger sales, the handguns, not the long distance ARs or AR types.
Yeah. What is Greenbrier Companies? What is this? GBX stock. This one has monthlies. I'd be willing to trade it, but let's see what sector it's in. I don't know what this is. Railroads. Okay, so this will not be explosive. I could get behind this. Railroad brokering. Understood. Okay. So yes, let's see. Let's look at this earnings trade as a group. So I'm looking at selling a vertical credit spread. 93, basically 94% probability here. Let's look at the 2.5 sigma option here. This probably will pay garbage. Oh yeah, pure. That's not true garbage. It's that's okay. It's very low though. But let's see. Let's go on the other side. Oh, 93%. No. What would I trade? Let's go 97%. Let's see if this iron condor can flap its wings. Oh man. 1% yield. I guess. We'll park our money somewhere. But the problem with this is it's a monthly. Like I could get caught holding this for a while. There's better trades. Okay. So maybe we could just skip earnings for today. We can do other stuff. There's lots of candidates. And to recap, if you want to have your pen handy, we got our cosmetic crush. We got Odd, Elf, and Ulta. We got XLE blowing up in the upside. We got restaurant stocks are short. And I made a list as I was jotting them down if you guys want to take a look. There's QSR, Cake, S-Bucks, McDonald's, and then for crypto stuff, potential things to trade are going long MicroStrategies and shorting Mara and Riot. What else? Shorting Bumble, shorting Tesla, shorting Apple. All right, cool. So those are all of my picks for today, and we'll call it here. Let me stop the recording, and I'll upload and post everything on